What can they do to try and get to that gold medal?
Well, they've nothing to lose now. They're in the final. It is down to the colour of the medal. They have to do something slightly different. The chances are it still has to be ridden at a pace, so the chances are to probably go up maybe 2 inches on the gear. And they've nothing to lose.
What happens? I mean, if you ride a bigger gear, potentially you can go faster, but what are the implications of that?
It's harder on your legs, obviously, but obviously you ride at an optimum cadence. So an optimum cadence on a slightly bigger gear. See if we can get closer to the New Zealanders and see if we can worry them a little bit.
Last minute preparations for the New Zealanders as they steady the bike. Looks like they have a holder just to make sure they keep that front wheel steady against the beam. 12 laps of the track for Catherine Walsh and Fran Meehan. Slightly unsteady start, but they'll put that behind them and they'll try and get that big gear going as quickly as possible and get into their rhythm as best they can. It's a big challenge for them, but they've already set a personal best in this meeting so far. They're into a silver medal and gold medal ride-off. What's the colour of the medal going to be at the conclusion of the first lap? Well, they're about just under 2/10 of a second behind, and that could be an indicator that they have gone for a bigger gear, Hugh.
I would hope so. They seem to work hard at the start to get it moving, and they'd have to do something different. So I would suggest, yes, definitely a bigger gear, very slight bigger gear.
39-year-old Catherine Walsh, as Derek says, so experienced in Paralympic competition. And with Fran Meehan, over the last few years, they've really gelled into a world-beating partnership. They are the reigning world champions at the pursuit. Now 2/10 of a second behind, so they lost another few hundredths of a second on that second lap. So Philippa Gray is well into a rhythm. That was a world record time that they set this morning, and of course both teams will have given their absolute maximum, but it's also about their ability to recover.
Absolutely. Well, both teams, I expect at this level, would fully recover, but I know that the Irish girls will really be up for this. They will give it everything.
They'll give it everything. Why wouldn't they? Catherine Walsh, 39, as I say, Fran Meehan, 33, and they'll be cheering in Killuran in County Offaly as they charge around this 250-metre velodrome, giving their absolute maximum at the moment. It looks as if Philippa Gray and Laura Thompson are into a nice rhythm and controlling the distance between themselves and the Irish team as they go through the first kilometre with just 3/10 of a second between them. Now 1.2 seconds, so the New Zealand pairing are starting to open up a significant gap, but as we've seen in pursuit racing, you can't leave it all out there in the first 2 kilometres. You can pay a huge penalty for that. So have the Irish got anything by any way of response? It's been a wonderful performance throughout these games by all the Irish teams. The entire Paralympic paracycling squad have been very impressive, coming up with personal bests, season bests, Irish records, and now a silver medal performance. Is there any way back for them in this gold medal ride? 2.2 seconds. It's going to be a big challenge for them, but bearing in mind the gap between them after qualifying, you'd say this is a very impressive effort by Catherine Walsh and Fran Meehan. 2.5 seconds behind now.
Yes, indeed. It looks like they're not going to overcome the deficit in this one, but this is a medal most definitely won. They've come to this games, they have improved on their time by a significant amount, and they're giving it a good go here, but I'm afraid they're just up against it on a very strong team today.
2 laps to go and 3 seconds behind, so they've pegged the gap between them, bearing in mind they were, almost 5 seconds behind at the conclusion of the qualifying rounds. If they're less than that at the conclusion of this gold medal ride, as Brian Nugent on the sideline cheers on the pairing of Catherine Walsh and Fran Meehan into their final lap of the velodrome. They've still got some road racing to go, but what an impressive performance so far. A medal-winning performance. It's a gold medal-winning performance for Philippa Gray and Thompson, as Catherine Walsh and Fran Meehan stop the clocks in 3:36.3. A hugely impressive performance from them, and I do believe it could well be another personal best, an Irish record for Fran Meehan and Catherine Walsh. If it's that, well, you can ask for no more than that. It's a wonderful silver medal performance from Catherine Walsh and Fran Meehan. They gave their absolute best, and they came up with a fighting performance in the final.
Catherine, Fran, congratulations, Paralympic silver. Put this performance in context for us. Where does it stand in your career? Is it a highlight or would that be the World Champs?
It's the best yet. Like, we did our best. We came back and we went faster than we went this morning, and we did our best.
Those are tears of joy?
Yeah, absolutely. No regrets. I gave it everything we had, and this is what we earned. So thanks to everybody on the team, the coach, Dennis, Begsy, our parents, everybody that's helped us, Paralympics Ireland, Sports Council. Without all those guys and every one of them, we wouldn't be here. Thanks. It's been fantastic.
Catherine, it was a very quick race, not quite world record time, but not far off.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose when we won in LA, we thought we need to up our game coming here and to get a chance to, and we thought we had done that in training and we were going really well, and to come in and, you know, this is for us to compete in front of such an amazing crowd and to deal with all that, and like the squad had got a few fourths, and I'm not saying we were under more pressure because of that, but you know, we really wanted to do well ourselves, and we, you know, like I think we did what we thought we could do, but they just went that bit faster. So delighted with how we backed it up, and you know, it's Ireland's first Paralympic paracycling medal, so you know, hopefully it'll inspire a few more people to take up the sport and keep going.
I'm sure it will. Perhaps what a lot of people don't realise is that you have to fight against the odds because you don't have the facilities that a lot of other countries have.
No, I mean, we don't have a velodrome in Ireland, and you know, that's already putting us on the back foot, and for us to come in here and, you know, take on GB, and we thought, right, well, we've done that before, and we thought we'll do that again, and we bet them, and you know, they were reigning Paralympic champions, so just New Zealand pairing had improved so much, and they've really pushed the bar up, so we'll have to go and think about what we can do again if we want to challenge them, but just delighted with today and how we performed, and you know, the whole process of how we got to today, and it's been a long road, and some days we questioned ourselves, but we delivered, and I'm delighted, and it's a perfect day because our families were able to come, and friends and everything. So
how are you planning on celebrating tonight?
No, we've got more work to do, so we're transferring to the road. We've got the time trial on Wednesday and then the road race on Saturday, and you know, it's all to play for. Yeah, this was our event that we really kind of targeted, but we're fairly handy on the time trial, so you know, we're going to put our heads down and try and get the most out of these games.
Last word for you, Fran. What's it like having a stoker like Catherine behind you?
Fantastic. Well, she's been to, this is her 6th Paralympic Games, and the last 2.5 years working with her, an awful lot has been fantastic. It really has. We're a pair, that's for sure. Like, we've worked bloody hard together, and I think we've earned this.
You certainly have. You feel the same way about Fran and Catherine?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think we both, originally when we started, we both tried to crack each other, see how far we could push each other, and you know, if I'm on the bike, sometimes I might feel like giving up, but I won't give up on Fran, and I know she won't give up on me, and that's what makes us stronger.
It's an outstanding performance. You should be very, very proud. Thank you.
Thank you.
What a moment. Catherine Walsh, at 39 years of age, contemplating retirement after these games. I wonder will she be encouraged to stay on a little while longer. She's still a formidable competitor and still setting personal best. This is a team that is still evolving. And Fran Meehan, a first Paralympic medal. A wonderful reward for all the hard work that they've done, all the training camps they've done, and all the hard miles that they've done in and around Offaly and Dublin. All the hard training.
Yes, indeed. Fran comes to Dublin 3 times a week to train with Catherine on the roads out around Swords. Common sight, you'll see the two of them working hard on the tandem.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing New Zealand, Philippa Gray, piloted by Laura Thompson.
Really nothing to touch Philippa Gray. World record performance in qualifying this morning. 3:31.530, smashed the old world record by more than 5 seconds. I'll tell you what, it's worth recording that Fran Meehan and Catherine Walsh were on the pace of the old world record in qualifying and again in the final, improving their time in that final, and worth recording. That's not an easy thing to do. Philippa Gray, Laura Thompson receiving their gold medals and the flowers. This is a formidable team,
Ladies
and a
and
team
gentlemen,
I would
as
suggest
is
will be around for
customary,
quite a
will
long
those who are
time.
able,
They're
please stand for the national
still in their
anthem
early
of
20s.
New Zealand. Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
Silver in the velodrome, bronze on the track. This has been an outstanding Paralympics for you.
Fantastic, yeah. We had nothing to lose going out there today. We hadn't really focused on the time trial, but we had bronze in World Championships and 2 silvers in the World Cup. So we knew we were handy enough at it. So we just went out there, relaxed, and just gave it everything we had. And going out in the last lap, we knew we were down a bit, so we left it out there, and it was savage, yeah. And the boys were third as well. It's fantastic.
It's been a brilliant day. Catherine, you hobbled back into the pits, so you obviously gave it everything.
Yeah, Brian said, get off the bike. We said, we can't. So we had to take our time getting off the bike. But yeah, it was kind of, you know, talking between ourselves even a couple of months ago. We're like, do you know what? We're okay with that time trial as well. And if things go right, we could medal in that as well. And as Fran said, you know, we really had focused on the pursuit, and pressure was off. We had the medal in that. And, you know, we were disappointed not to have won. I know the New Zealand girls did a phenomenal time. So I think we just said today, look, let's just go out there and throw everything we have at it. And it wouldn't be a course that would particularly suit us, and we really had to try and just limit our losses on the hills. And Fran rode technically superbly, and there was a lot of traffic out there, and she got us around brilliantly. So we're absolutely delighted with that. So.
Bronze medalist representing Ireland.
Is that yours? Okay. Ah, you can delete.
behind